Now tell us, what's wrong with this manager?
It could be, but we missed so many opportunities. For instance, in Arsenal already in the was it the 4th game of the season, where we in the 87th minute we should have had a penalty on Rasmus Højlund.
Welcome back to Rob's Arsenal Recap, and in this video we're going to talk about the latest news of the day. So Gabriel magalhaes has withdrawn from the Brazilian national team due to an injury. I don't know about you guys, but this looks a bit suspicious from Arsenal end. It looks suspicious from Arteta's end, from Edu's end. We see a similar thing with Thomas Partey today, as we see that Thomas Partey has withdrawn from the Ghanaian squad. It said that Thomas Partey has asked the Ghanaian FA to exclude him from the national call-up in order to regain full fitness after his prolonged injury. So first it was Benjamin White, now it's Gabriel magalhaes, then it's Partey. And for Arsenal fans, it's good news. Now, I understand that some fans, international fans, might say that, listen, that support Arsenal might be upset with Benjamin White for basically saying that he's not patriotic enough. Some might be saying the same thing about Gabriel magalhaes as well, saying that I heard them calling for, listen, we don't care about Gabriel magalhaes, this is fine, other players, we've got loads of other centre-backs. And this is the shot today that most people are starting to criticize Arsenal, the Arsenal board, the Arsenal manager, and Edu and things like that. They're starting to criticize them because they're saying that they're basically forcing these players or giving them bad advices not to play for their national teams. But for me personally, I don't really care, to be honest, because I'm not an international fan of any of these teams that these players play for. So for me, it's not a big deal. I only care about Arsenal right now, and we're in with a big chance. And I see Gabriel magalhaes, I don't believe that he's injured, to be fair. He might have a little knock, but I think that he could have went to international, but I'm happy that he didn't. We see that Martinelli, very, very timely. I don't know if it's a bad thing to say, timely injury or not, but it's good for us. Gabriel Martinelli again injured. At the time, I was kind of upset. I'm like, how are we going to cope with these matches that we're going to play? Because Trossard offers something different and we need Gabriel Martinelli. However, Trossard played well enough. He even scored in against Porto. So he was instrumental for us, Trossard, and also Martinelli will be going forward. So for me, it's very good that he's coming back after international break, and Gabriel magalhaes is going to be fit after. They have 2 to 3 weeks break. Thomas Partey could be with full fitness. I know Arteta is going to do something like little behind doors matches to get their fitness up to par. So I'm happy with this. Saliba, I see him in the France national squad, but who knows, anything can happen before the first match. Let's hope Saliba is some similar effect and he comes back. But yeah, I'm loving it so far, because I'll always worry when the players go for international duty, because there's something always happen to our players, something always happen, and it's good to see that at least we've got some core players that will not go to international duty, that will be available after international break. Some may come back injury, but I think we've got enough in this core that's staying that we should be able to still do a job regardless of the situation. Now we see today that William Saliba is being valued the most valuable defender in the world. We see him above Diaz. They're both worth 80 million, but he's above Diaz, he's above Guardiola, he's above Davies, Bastoni, Araujo, he's above Trent, he's above Milito, he's above De Ligt, he's above Hakimi. Saliba is number 1. Now, for me, this is injustice. This is an injustice, because Gabriel magalhaes should be on this list as well. He should be behind Saliba or above Saliba. Well, for the past few seasons, Saliba has been top notch. So I would say he should be behind Saliba right now. You can't be having the best defensive record in Europe and then have only one of our centre-backs up there. Nah, man, something fishy going on. You need to put Gabriel magalhaes up there, because he deserves to be on that. So, good. This is a good stat to have, because for too long we've been like having the worst defender in Europe. You know, these are the type of levels we've been at in the past 15 years. Having some of the worst players in the league, for a top team, that is. Having some of the worst defenders in the league, worst attackers, worst midfielders in the league, in Europe. I'm talking about comparing in big teams, not talking about smaller teams, obviously. We're at the bottom of the list. But we see going forward, Arteta's been doing a good job scouting good players. So is Edu, so is the board. Garlic as well needs to be shot at. Our club at a whole is going from strength to strength. So That's something we need to understand and we need to enjoy at the moment. Now, Nicklas Bendtner is on loan right now and he's doing absolutely well. Arsenal on loan striker Nicklas Bendtner, 21, can't stop scoring. Another brace for Stores Grass today. Could the Dane be Arsenal's solution in striking position next season? Now, for me, he's a bit too young. He's a bit too early for him, but it's a good player to have going forward, to know that, listen, whenever we need a player, a young player, someone that came grassroots, someone that's grassroots, we've got Nicklas Bendtner. I believe that we will get rid of Nketiah, and it's good to have a young player coming through the ranks that we can potentially call upon in future seasons, and also bring in potentially as that stopgap, because if we get someone like Gyökeres, then I believe that Nicklas Bendtner should be there in the pecking order, because Gabriel Jesus could play right or left, or we could substitute in the middle. Kai Havertz is the same. We could go striker, or we could come in midfield. So for me, Nicklas Bendtner could come in the team very, very soon, because he's doing absolutely brilliant on loan, scoring lots of goals. The way he's been scoring as well, he's been strong, he's been aggressive, holding off the ball, shielding off the ball. And to be fair, that's something we're gonna watch some clips of him on loan. I was gonna wait till the end of the season, but why wait when we could enjoy his brilliance right now and see from now how we could situate going further on in transfer window to see what kind of player we could potentially get, knowing that we'll get Nicklas Bendtner back from loan. Now, this is something every Arsenal fan may be happy about. It's official. Bayern have confirmed that Harry Kane has sustained an injury in his left ankle. The striker has travelled to the national team, where he will be treated and in close coordination with the club. Now, this down at first glance, I'll be saying that yes, Harry Kane is injured. Not wishing injury on any player, but it's good. It's nice to play Bayern without Harry Kane, because I know he's going to be coming with fire. As you already know, with Joe Bayern in the Champions League next round, and for me, he's going to be going all out for this match, because he hates Arsenal. That's what he says, anyways, and based off his rivalry when he used to play for Spurs. So he's got something to prove, as well as he's got something to prove playing against the English team. So that's a double whammy. And not just that, Arsenal, he's got a special hatred for Arsenal, because obviously we let him go because he was too fat. So there's something that I know that this guy is going to do in this match. So for me, when I saw this, I was saying, good news. It's sad about his injury. Don't wish injury on any player. But to play against Bayern without Harry Kane, without Lewandowski, man, that's something good to see. But if he's there in international duty, even though he's going to be assessed, once he's traveled to international duty, there's a slim chance that he will be back for the match against us. Now, talking about Bayern, seeing this makes me feel a bit happy, makes me feel a bit proud, makes me feel chuffed up. Bayern Munich CEO Jan-Christian Driesen says that Arsenal are in top form as Premier League leaders. It's going to be an even contest. There's no longer the team who we won comfortable against in the last 3 games. Nevertheless, the target is clear. After 3 quarterfinal exit in a row, we're desperate to progress. It's clearly going to be a difficult road to Wembley. Now, that's something I love to hear. The recognition from the CEO for Bayern Munich saying that, listen, for the past 3 matches we play against Arsenal, it was too easy. Remember, they beat us the famous 10-2 on the aggregate. Bayern Munich, we were a beaten ground. We were a beaten team for Bayern Munich. Whenever Bayern Munich play against us, they know that's an easy win in the bag. But these days, this from the CEO is admitting that, listen, it's going to be a tough match playing. This is a different Arsenal than what we've seen. I don't understand how rival fans cannot see the same thing the CEO is saying. Rival fans are still waiting for us to bottle the league, to bottle the Champions League. No, I'm not saying that we're going to win both. I'm not saying that. I hope we will, but I'm not saying that. But however, these fans fail to give us the recognition we deserve, to say that we've improved and we've grown over and over and over again through different matches over the past 2 seasons. We've improved in all aspects, in all areas. We've improved. And from the CEO for Bayern Munich is saying this, man, that makes me feel, I feel something inside when I heard that. I'm like, yeah. Big teams starting to recognize us. And remember what Arsene Wenger says, that, listen, give us a few seasons, give us a few years, and we're going to be competing with the biggest teams in the world. We're going to go toe-to-toe with Bayern Munich. We're going to go toe-to-toe with Real Madrid, Barcelona, all these big teams. And it's not just toe-to-toe in terms of the match we're going to be playing. We're going to be toe-to-toe in terms of capacity of the stadiums, toe-to-toe in terms of the revenue that we'll be able to bring in. The whole club on our old, we're going to go toe-to-toe with these teams in Europe. And I'm seeing it so far. I've just showed you that we've got the most valuable centre-back in the world. Now, one of the biggest clubs in the world is basically saying that they have to be wary of us. It's going to be a difficult match because we're not the same team as we once were. These things, Arsene Wenger is like a prophet saying these things long back in the past. He saw the vision, and right now we're reaping the benefits. We were criticizing those times, but now we're finally reaping the benefits on Arsene Wenger's vision. Now, Bendtner once again is in the news headline, and this is for a good reason. It says that if the evolution of Ben White's role at right back is ongoing, Arsenal's coaching staff has educated him on this position using video session as well as technical and tactical drills. Crucially, White relishes the task of adapting to a new position. Mikel Arteta and White speak regularly about his progress, with the manager and player sharing huge mutual respect. He is a team player and is prepared to play wherever his manager needs him. Now, that's something I love about Benjamin White. And this is it that we could see. We didn't have to see this from the Athletic to know that this is true. What's happening? We could see that the position, the confidence, the flair Ben White has been playing with is not the same Ben White we've been seeing over the past 2 seasons for Arsenal. This guy's playing attacking mid. He's changing. It's like he's dribbling with his left foot. He's changing position. He's doing 1-2. He's doing skills. He's doing Rabona. He's crossing in from deep positions. Everything has improved for Benjamin White. Sometimes I see him crossing. It reminds me of Trent. It reminds me of Trippier. Sometimes when I see him doing skills up in the attacking third, I'm thinking, who is this guy? Who is this? He's like a new player. He's been transformed. This is what I'm saying, that if Gareth Southgate understood player management to a higher level, because I do think he's got good player management ability and good style to understand different players, but I think that there's levels to it. And I believe that he's not at the level as Arteta. Because Arteta treats Benjamin White different from other players in the squad. He treats Thomas Partey different. He treats Gabriel magalhaes. He knows how to adapt his personality, his advice to individual players to get the best from him. And Benjamin White has been thriving under Arteta. Declan Rice came for, he's not even been a season yet. And Declan Rice is already thriving, having the highest GA he's ever had since he's playing football professionally. So Arteta is doing wonders with these players. Not to mention Saliba, what we just mentioned, best centre-back in Europe right now. Now, this is something else. At the outset of contract talks, Arsenal Benjamin White representative commissioned a report from data-driven sport consultancy Analytics FC. The in-depth document highlighted how White has excelled as a fullback and centre-back, as well as identify some of his strongest attributes. Analytics FC found White's data profile made him a good fit for the style of some of Europe's biggest team, amongst them AC Milan, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man City. Compared to fullbacks across Europe's 5 biggest league, White is in the top 10% for progressive short passes and passing accuracy. What did I just tell you? I've just said it. We didn't need to see this stat to know that Benjamin White has been on fire, to know that he's been improved in different areas because of these evolution, these things that Arteta doing, video session, tactical session, all these different things add to this, to his ability, adds to his profile. So that's something I'm enjoying as an Arsenal fan, to see the progression of the club. Odegaard improve in different areas, Saka's improve in different areas, Martinelli, everyone, even Kai Havertz that just came, everyone is improving, and that's awesome to see. Now, this has just been confirmed that Brighton are heavily interested in signing Reiss Nelson. Gunners want about 30 million fee, but Brighton want to do closer to 20 million. So I'm happy with this link. I'm happy for Nelson to go. I'm happy for Nketiah to go. Even Smith Rowe, I'm a bit on the fence because the injury is too injury prone. And I would love to replace him because we can't rely on these players when at the crunch line. Now, I know that Reiss Nelson scored a wonder goal for us last season that almost propelled us to winning the season, but one moment is not enough compared to the entire season. We need players that we can rely on for the whole season. So for me, this is a good link. I would get rid of Nketiah to West Ham because we see the links with Nketiah and West Ham, and I would get rid of Reiss Nelson to Brighton. No offense to these players, but we already got Willock to Newcastle, we'd need to get rid of the rest of players, and potentially reason why we kept them is because of our homegrown thing. So we could have bring in people like Skelly and Waneri into the team to cover that, because that's 2 for 2, right? 2 homegrown guard, 2 come into the team as well. So yeah, I would do something like that. Now tell me, what's wrong with this manager?
Do you feel this can now be a turning point for you and the team? You're in a semi-final. Can this galvanise you for the push in the league as well for 4th spot?
It could be, but we missed so many opportunities. For instance, in Arsenal already in the was it the 4th game of the season, where we in the 87th minute we should have had a penalty on Rasmus Højlund. Then we scored with Garnacho, disallowed, and then we concede a goal what should always have been disallowed. And so such moment can help you. Every team needs such moment into a season, and we never had that moment. Yeah, this could be that moment.
What's wrong with Ten Hag? This reminds me of all fans right now, not just Man United fans, but especially Man United fans. Man, I spoke to one of my friends the other day, and he's like, "Oh, Arsenal's rubbish." I'm like, "Mate, I didn't say nothing about Arsenal. I didn't mention Arsenal. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's losing their head. He's cussing Arsenal for no reason. I literally didn't. I wasn't even speaking about football. I called my other brethren talking. He came on the phone. He took the phone from my friend and said, "He's going crazy. Oh, you're gonna bottle it again, and this and that and that." And I'm saying, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, huh? We're not even talking about football. When did this come? So these guys are scarred. They're scarred emotionally, mentally, every illy they're scarred. We smashed them we smashed them in the season already, and we're gonna play them again. I don't know the results, but I believe that we can get a result there. But judging off how they beat Liverpool, we might find it tougher than originally thought. But Ten Hag is still fixated. And look what this guy said. This guy is still going on about the game happened in September. He lost 11 games in between its loss against Arsenal, and keeps mentioning he just beat United's biggest rival in Liverpool, but it's Arsenal he's thinking about. And you have to wonder what scar did that left on Ten Hag? Why is the guy's asking a question about the match against Liverpool, and he's finding some way to get Arsenal involved. I understand what he's trying to say about the season. There comes a point where your season is changed or defined by one moment, and I think he's trying to refer that Arsenal season got changed by beating Man United. Who cares? Who cares? Like, I think he's trying to give United bigger credit than what they deserve. I could easily well say that beating Liverpool was turning. I could easily well say that beating West Ham. I could say that beating all these teams that we've beaten so far. Man City, all these teams. Like, why? Let's get. I can't understand it. I can't understand what is he thinking? Why is he bringing up Arsenal? What's going on in his mind? Man, I tell you, every team right now wants a piece of Arsenal. Every fan right now wants a piece of Arsenal, and I don't mind. Let's share. I'll share it with you. You're gonna get a 6 like West Ham. You're gonna get 3 or 4 like Liverpool. We gave Liverpool that 3. We can share the goals. No worries, mate. No worries. When we play the United again, let's wait and see. We don't want to talk too soon. Let's wait and see. So that was the roundup for the day, guys. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow. I'm also going to be posting a video, and I think Nick will be with soon. So stay tuned for that one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Help me on my journey to 1,000 subs. We're almost there. Continue to show your support. I enjoyed your comments. I enjoy your engagement, I should say. It's awesome to see. It's brilliant. Continue to support me while I try to bring you the best Arsenal content I can. So catch you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.